outside of lacrosse, is there anything that you take a little too seriously that you're too competitive about?
I would say mostly everything. Maybe can work on that a little bit and chill out a little bit more. But I think that's what makes me the competitor that I am.
Exactly. I was going to say, don't lose it. I think it's really important for everyone, but especially women to like embrace their competitive spirit.
Yes, absolutely.
Sydni Black, welcome to Sports and Ish, where we talk about your life on the lacrosse field and off of it. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me, Lily. Could not be more excited to be speaking with you.
I mean, what a season you have had. And we'll get into the lacrosse, we'll get into the accolades, we'll get into the fun. But first, I wanted to see if you were interested in a little game of word association where I give you a word and you tell me the first thing that comes to mind.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, ready? First word is champion.
Maryland Charm.
Trend.
Oh, TikTok.
Perfect. Practice.
Perfection.
Theme song.
Beyonce.
Yes. Can I ask which song specifically?
Okay, anything off the Renaissance album, but maybe that girl. I'm that girl.
So good. And what a great song for the MVP to be blasting. You are that girl.
Love it. Love anything Beyonce.
Okay, amazing. Mentor.
Oh, Jen Adams, my college head coach.
Love it. Charm.
Champions. A little reverse there.
Eat.
Pasta.
Yes. Okay, last one. Vacation.
R&R. Rest, relaxation.
Yes, yes. I hope you have one on the schedule soon.
Yes, absolutely. Actually headed there tomorrow with my family, so cannot wait.
Good, good. You deserve it. And one of the biggest reasons is you are the first MVP in WLL history. That is a pretty insane sentence. How does it make you feel?
Pinching myself right now, even thinking about it. I get flashbacks to Saturday's game periodically throughout the day, and it's just like literal chills, Lily. Such an incredible feat for our team, for women's lacrosse, women's sports altogether. So feels pretty good to be a part of history.
Truly. And the charm, what a team. What do you think it is about this particular team that led you guys to becoming champions?
I'll be completely honest. After college, when you finish your collegiate career, there was like really no promise of ever getting to be together with a group of 20 plus women, as close as you were, competing at practice and games every day. And I think the cool thing about the charm is that immediately when we got to training camp this year, we felt that connectedness and it wasn't forced. We all instantly became best friends, keeping up in the chats together when we weren't together, and just having fun. They are the most hilarious group of girls I've ever met. And so makes it pretty easy to play so connected when, you trust everyone and you're playing with your best friends out there.
Totally. That's so special. Well, this obviously we noted was the first full season in WLL history. What do you think the creation of this league, you actually just kind of talked about it, but what do you think it means for college girls?
Oh, it means everything. Even 4 years ago, lacrosse was kind of up in the air after. The only guarantee was that you could potentially compete for your national team. And obviously, those are very selective, and it's not a guarantee that you'll make one of those teams. So, for girls who are in college now, about to go into college, to know that there's going to be a league that is going to withstand the test of time, and real opportunities to just play lacrosse and make a living playing lacrosse. It's going to be a lot more firsts to come with the league, and I'm excited for those younger girls and for us to continue to pave the way for them.
Yeah. Well, and what about LA 2028? That's coming up. What implications does the league have for the Olympics?
I think that the WLL is just going to serve as a catalyst and the entryway for a lot of new fans that we're gaining into the sport, which is awesome. I'm sure viewership was awesome for the whole season, but especially us getting to play on ESPN this past weekend for the championship. And so hopefully there's a few people that are like, oh, what is this? That maybe stopped and turned the channel onto lacrosse that day and said, this is pretty cool. How can I learn more about this? It's even cooler that sixes. We've had the championship series the past 2 years held in DC by the league, which the PLL and WLL put on. But this year it'll be very exciting with the Lexus Global Games, getting some international competition involved again on the highest stage on ESPN, playing for a championship. It's going to be really exciting to see some new names for folks and some familiar ones competing at the highest level in that Olympics, pre-Olympics format.
Totally. Let's talk about girlhood real quick. One of my favorite topics. If you were a young girl right now playing lacrosse, looking up to the WLL, who would your idol be?
Oh my gosh. This is a tough question because in reality, it would be everyone who's in the league.
Yeah.
Even as myself, I did look up to a lot of these women. I think right now it'd have to be Allie Kennedy. She is a charm teammate of mine, the ultimate competitor, the best teammate. You know that whenever you're going out and playing with her, she's going to give you 1000% of her effort. In my opinion, she is the best player in the world right now, and she's not a bad idol at all. She's an excellent mentor, very close friend of mine. I think she would be that girl.
I love it. I talked to Charlotte North before the beginning of the season, and obviously her season didn't go as planned. But what she said about the creation of the league was everything. I mean, there's a lot of people who don't know lacrosse yet, right? You grew up in the East Coast, so
Mhm.
you know about it. I grew up in Connecticut, so I know about it. But there's a large part of the country that is still discovering lacrosse. I asked her the same question. How would you sell someone to start watching this sport?
Oh, it could be very similar to Charlotte's answer, but I would say that lacrosse is so fun because it is every sport almost combined into making it its very own unique thing. You have the speed, the agility, the skill, which I think is the most impressive piece, especially women's lacrosse. We play with both power and finesse, which is such a beautiful thing. Um, and just the history of the sport. If you're really into history, it's the creator's game, it's the medicine game. First original sport founded on North American soil. So in that build up to LA 28, if you want to be a part of history and feel really tied in to the sport, a good place to start is to learn more about that. But I just think that fastest game on 2 feet. You're going to see a lot of goals. You're going to see a lot of celebrations. You're going to see a lot of good defense as well. But it's a sport that just brings everyone together, and I couldn't be more blessed to be playing it and excited for those who are not as familiar to get to experience it as well.
Yeah. Outside of lacrosse, are there any women athletes that you personally look to that inspire you?
Tons. Got to meet one of my idols the other day, actually, at the game. Ali Krieger was there, alum of the women's national team, obviously, incredible athlete in her own right. Billie Jean King, she's paved the way for all of us to even be here and be competing for titles and in the Olympics and all of these wonderful things. Um, I think an active athlete that I'd have to pick right now, gonna go with my DMV fellow athlete, Trinity Rodman. She's doing such amazing things for soccer as well. Ultimate competitor and just so fun to watch. So all of them inspire us just to keep going and see that success at the highest level because of the path they've paved for all of us.
Totally. I know that you grew up or were born in Cincinnati. Is that right? And then spent a
Yes,
long
I
time.
I grew. Yep.
Okay. Okay. We got that right.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that leads
Yes.
us to a very important question. Skyline Chili or Maryland crab cakes?
Oh my gosh, that is too hard. I'm gonna lose both with both here, whichever way I answer. I'm gonna go crab cakes. I grew up on the East Coast, so was more familiar with crab cakes. I moved to Cincinnati when I was in middle school. The
Okay.
chili was a hard sell. Ultimately, ended up liking it a lot, but I'm gonna stick to my roots with crab cakes.
Ooh, good choice. I would choose the same thing. Okay. So I know you're a competitive person in your sport, but outside of lacrosse, is there anything that you take a little too seriously that you're too competitive about?
Okay, maybe everything. I would say like any games that I'm playing with family, especially with my brother. He's 6 years older than me. We have a very close relationship, but he is my first ever competitor. We're very competitive in everything we do, cards, sport games, things like that. I like to make everything a competition. It's fun to be competitive and it keeps you going. It keeps that motivation and your motor running. So I would say mostly everything. Maybe can work on that a little bit and chill out a little bit more. But I think that's what makes me the competitor that I am.
Exactly. I was gonna say, don't lose it. I think it's really important for everyone, but especially women to like embrace their competitive spirit.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, so season's over. We can get some R&R. We talked about it. Is there anything what are you looking
Yes.
forward to doing? Are you looking forward to binging a show, like going places? Tell me how you're gonna spend this off season.
I love TV. I love movies. So I've already kind of leaned into that. I love going to the movie theater, so saw Spider-Man and the Odyssey and all those fun things. But looking forward to spending some time with family and friends. My family lives in California, my parents do, so probably getting out there a lot more now that I'll have some more free weekends, hanging out with my friends who are local in the DC, Baltimore area, which will be a lot of fun. And then the journey never stops, continuing as you mentioned, the path to the Olympics and all the training camps and fun stuff that's coming up down the line with USA and potentially the global games there as well in December. So, um, yeah, looking forward to a couple trips, but also staying dialed in and focused.
Totally. It's spoken like a true competitor. Thank you so much. This was so fun to get to know you better. You're amazing. You had an amazing season, and good luck.
Thank you so much, Lily. Really appreciate it.
This is my dog.